Today, we find in the world a hatred for Islam that is unprecedented. And it is a hatred which has come from that part of the Jewish world and that part of the Christian world, which is pursuing an agenda in the Holy Land, which wage their crusades for hundreds of years. They called it a Christian crusade, but it was only one part of the Christian world, not the other part. They waged a crusade for hundreds of years until eventually a British army was able to conquer Jerusalem. And then a British General Allenby declared, today the crusades have ended. That's what he said in October, I think, of 1917. It is a Jewish Zionism and a Christian Zionism which has led to this unprecedented hatred and animosity, vindictive attitude, telling monstrous lies, false flag terrorism, blaming it on Muslims. That is the Christian world that the Qur'an is speaking about. And that is the Jewish world that the Qur'an is speaking about. Not all Jews and not all Christians. Today we can recognize it as basically Western Christianity, which is in alliance with Judaism, Western Jews, European Jews. And the block, the cementing block which brings them together is Zionism in support of the State of Israel. Well then, who are those Christians who at that time, when this war on Islam is taking place, would be closest in love and affection for Muslims? Who are those Muslims? Who are those Christians? That's the question we ask. The Qur'an speaks positively about RUM. RUM is in fact a chapter of the Qur'an, Surah RUM. I think it's Surah number 30 perhaps, Surah RUM. And when the Qur'an speaks about RUM, it speaks about a Christian people who are organized as a state. Only a state can wage war. A community can wage war, not individual, not a church. And at the time when the Qur'an was being revealed, more than 1400 years ago, Rome was at war and Rome was defeated. A Christian state, a Christian people were defeated. The Qur'an says, "Ba'da'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, alif lam mim, ghulibatir Rum." Rome has been defeated. Fi adnal ard, they were defeated in a land close by to where the Qur'an was being revealed, close to Arabia, not downtown Chicago. Rome has been defeated. وَهُمْ مِنْ بَعْدِ غَلَبِهِمْ سَيَغْلِبُونَ. But the Qur'an is giving this prophecy, divine prophecy, that within a few years the tables would be turned and Rome would be victorious. Did this happen? Yes, it did. And who was Rome? There are not two answers to the question. There's only one answer. When the Qur'an referred to Rome, the Qur'an was referring to the Orthodox Christian Byzantine Empire, which had its capital in Constantinople. And when the Qur'an gave the prophecy that Rome will be victorious, it impacted upon pagan Mecca. Remember, Islam has come to the city of Mecca, where Abraham alayhi salam had built the first house of worship, the Kaaba, which is still there up to this day. And there, the pagan Arabs who worship idols made of wood and stone, they felt an affinity with the Persian Empire, which was also pagan. And they were hostile to the Christian Empire, the Byzantine, because there was an affinity between Christianity and Islam. They, the Christians, had a book from above, and they, the Muslims, have a book from above. They worship the one God, we worship the one God. They spoke of Abraham, we spoke of Abraham. They spoke of Moses, we spoke of Moses. So there was much in common between the Christian world and the Muslim world and Islam. And so when the Persian Empire defeated the Byzantine Empire, took Damascus, took Jerusalem, and indeed were knocking on the doors of Constantinople itself, the pagan Arabs, the pagan Meccan Arabs were delighted. And there was pain and agony in the hearts of the Muslims that this suffering was taking place amongst the Christians. There is the possibility that Rome might collapse altogether if Constantinople is lost. And then when the victory took place, Allah says in the Qur'an that on that day when the Christians become victorious and they defeat the Persians, on that day, وَيَوْمَئِذٍ يَفْرَحُ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ. On that day, the Muslims are going to celebrate. On that day, the Muslims are going to celebrate. It makes no difference whether you are Shia or Sunni or Salafi or Sufi. It makes no difference. This is the Qur'an speaking. And once it is the Qur'an, every single Muslim has to submit to it. And so the Qur'an has established a positive relationship between Islam and RUM. And RUM in the Qur'an was Orthodox